Wow. So I just want to take a moment and take you all in. What a powerful group of people we have here. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's like, woo! This is incredible. And I just have to say, Jillian, it is an honor and a pleasure to know you. It's true. The moment I saw Jillian, I was just like, oh, I have got to stay connected to this woman. She is up to big things. And just felt such a kinship with you, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. It's an honor, truly, to be here. And thank you to all of you who volunteered, all of the sponsors, to John and Shelley and everyone who has participated in making this the event that it is. I really appreciate all of you. That's what it's about. That's what community is about, right? It's not about doing it alone. It's not about, being the Lone Ranger or the Maverick or the pioneer on your own, because that's the old paradigm, right? The old paradigm is, I can do it myself. But that isn't working anymore. That's not working. What's working is collaboration and cross-pollination and bringing groups of people together to participate and play and create together. And that's what's happening right here tonight. So I really honor all of you for whatever part you've played, from organizing to showing up. That's powerful, and that's part of what is ushering us into this new world that we're creating. So I thank you, and I want to invite you in this moment to take a few moments and actually look around and see who's in this room. Just notice who's here. Go ahead. It's okay. You can look at them. It's really all right. Just look around and see. These are your brothers and sisters. These are the people on the path with you. These are the people who are turning it around, who are turning around this ship. Because right now, this ship of humanity has been heading in a pretty dire direction, right? I mean, we all know what's going on. We're not blind to what's happening on the planet, what's been happening on the planet. But I also get that we greatly care. Although we're not blind, we care a lot. We care greatly. And I really want to give you that opportunity tonight to tap into that, to how much you care about the world. Before we do that, though, I just want you to know a little about who I am, because you're like, who the heck is this woman standing up here? I don't know who she is. I've never seen her before. So I just want to say my name is Erin Ross. I am honored to be here. I am the founder of Get That You Matter. I'm writing a book called Getting That You Matter that will be coming out in 2012. And the whole Get That You Matter movement was actually started 5 years ago in October of 2006. I was in a deep meditation in this really cool workshop, and I'm sitting there meditating and blissed out. And I hear, you need to write a book, and it's called Getting That You Matter. And I went, and I was like, yeah, you. And I was like, okay. And really, that was the beginning of my journey of getting that I mattered. Because getting that we matter is a journey. When we're born, we all know how much we matter. Like, we know when we're little kids, we matter a lot. And we stand up for people, we stand up for ourselves. We know how valuable and how worthy we are. But over time, what happens is we start to get forgetful. We start to unlearn all of that. And I'm not going to go into the details of that, but we all know, we've all had an experience of not getting that we matter. Raise your hand if you've never had an experience of self-doubt, or maybe feeling like you didn't quite, you weren't living up to your full potential. If you've never had an experience like that. Okay, so we all been there, right? Yeah. Oh, we're human! Oh, that! So in this process of getting that I mattered, over time, and I want to tell you, I still have moments of self-doubt, big time. I dive down in that rabbit hole like the best of them. You know, we've all, whoever has had a moment of doubt, maybe in the last month? Self-doubt? Anybody last month? Last week? In the last week? Maybe some moments? Maybe the last day? Yay! Good for you! Welcome to the club! But the thing is that we can overcome that doubt. We can actually unlearn what we've learned. And that's what started to really click for me, is that when we get that we actually have an impact on the world around us. We always do. Always. None of us never doesn't have an impact. We're always having either a positive or helpful impact or a negative or hurtful impact with our words, our thoughts, how we think about ourselves or other people, with our actions, with our beliefs, and with how we show up in life with our attitudes. And that impact has powerful ripple effects. I mean, how many of you know that on some level you've had a powerful impact on at least one person's life around you, and it was either positive or negative? Raise your hand if you've ever had an impact on someone around you. Yeah. So that's part of the human journey. And what Get That You Matter is up to, and I really believe that what Jillian is up to, and everyone in here who's taken something on as a powerful movement or a passionate business or a organization that you're creating or a family that you're raising or a relationship that you're in, whatever that is, what you're taking on is you're taking on having a positive impact in the world. You're waking up to a movement towards a new world. You're waking up to a movement towards a new consciousness. And that new consciousness is all about getting how very important you are. So that's my mission, and I just decided that 70 million was a good number. It was 1% of the human population. I figured it'd be a good start. So it was just sort of a starting place, and my hope is that it's way more than 70 million. But it's definitely kind of a BHAG, as they call it, a big, hairy, audacious goal. So that's a little bit about me and what I'm up to. What I really want to talk about tonight is I want to talk about you, actually, because that's really the more important piece of all of this. It's not about me. It's about us, right? It's about all of us. And it's about you. And you have a lot of power. You have more power than you probably know you do. You have a lot of energy and creativity. Did you know that everything you do is a creative act, whether you like what you did or you don't like what you did, or what you think or say? It's all creative. That's massive amounts of energy. And when we're tapping into generating health in our bodies and generating good food and healthy habits in our bodies, that allows us to call forth that creative urge, that creative energy even more powerfully. So you being part of this community, you being part of a movement around raw food and conscious eating and healthy habits, that's all part of Getting That You Matter. It's all part of feeding that creativity and that energy for yourself and in your mission in the world. Now, as Jillian mentioned, I'm part of the Café Gratitude community, and some of you have maybe heard. Who's heard what's happening with Café Gratitude? Raise your hand if you've heard about what's going on. Okay. Who in here has never heard of Café Gratitude? Anybody here never heard of Café Gratitude? Okay, great, awesome. Yeah, I like that. Well, for those of you who don't know, Café Gratitude, and I'm going to keep it short just because this is not about that, but I just want to say Café Gratitude is facing some litigation. And this litigation is so large such that Matthew and Tercy Engelhardt, the owners and founders of Café Gratitude, have come to the conclusion that they must shut their doors in order to fight this litigation. And so they're closing down their entire operation, and it's been very, excuse me, I apologize, Jeff, I just slammed my chest. I've got a microphone on, and I'm not used to that. It's very sad for many of us in the community to know that that's happening, to know that we're losing, for some of us, one of our favorite, not only restaurants, but meeting places and our favorite places to come together and gather in community. And I acknowledge that. When I heard, I was crushed and frustrated and a bunch of other things. But I also want to say that every death is the portent of a rebirth. Everything that closes, there's another opening. And I firmly believe that the closure of Café Gratitude, just like the end of anything, is actually providing an incredible opportunity for our entire community. Not only the people in the raw food community, but people who are interested in waking up and making a difference and ushering in this new world. This is like a phoenix. It's going to rise from the ashes of the death of the restaurant business. And what I personally am making up is that there's way bigger things on the horizon for Café Gratitude, their employees, for Matthew and Chelsea, for everyone in the community. And it's providing this incredible opportunity for people like you to step up and say, I'm claiming my spot as a leader in this community. So I really invite you to see it that way if you've had any kind of sense of disappointment or sadness or anything like that around Café Gratitude. And that actually brings me to my next point, which is that you are leaders. Every one of you is a leader. And I want to just invite you in this moment to take a moment, and if you feel comfortable, I want to invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And get present to, bring to your awareness what it is that lights you up. What is it that makes you get up in the morning excited? Or what is it that maybe, even though it lights you up, maybe you keep it hidden kind of in the back corner of your heart because it feels so tender and precious. It's such a powerful dream. It's such a personal dream that you're afraid to bring it out into the world in a way that it might get hurt or tainted or scratched. And I want you to just get present to that dream, that passion, whatever it is that really lights you up. And take a breath and just let that feeling and that experience of yourself feeling lit up, feeling excited about whatever it is that you're excited about or passionate about. And let that move through you. Get present to that. And then I want to invite you, holding that space, that seed of passion, of compassion. And remember that the world needs you. Remember that we need each other. The world is headed in a direction right now that we do not want to continue to go. And I want to invite you to feel maybe the pain or the frustration or the sadness of that. But then I want you to call forth that dream and passion and meet them, bring them together. Because it's your very passion, it's that very dream that you might be holding back in the very corner of your heart, or the one that you are actively moving out into the world right now. When those two meet, that is when magic occurs. That meeting is what's going to move all of us into this new world, into this new place that we can't even imagine. It's so powerful, so beautiful. And I'm not being woo-woo. I really get that we are headed in an amazing direction. Yes, there is going to be hardship. Absolutely. I have no doubt about that. We're already experiencing it. But if we really live from that gut and heart place of really living in our passion, we can do anything if we do it together. And that's the key. That's what this is about. This is about community. Unity. We have to come together to make it happen. You can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. We're not supposed to. So I want to invite you to take another breath and let it go. And remember your mission, whatever that is. Whether your mission is to be the best partner to your partner you can possibly be and make their life great. That's a fabulous mission. Whether your mission is to end world hunger, that's a fabulous mission. It doesn't matter what the mission is, as long as you're moving with passion and commitment to your mission. Just like everyone in this room is doing all the time. Even when we feel doubtful, we still keep moving forward. So I want to invite you now to take another breath and then look around the room and notice again that this is a room of leaders. This is a room of people who are up to great things, amazing things. This is a room of love and of possibility. So I really want to invite you for the rest of the time that we are together to actually make a conscious choice to see everyone in this room as a leader, to introduce yourselves as a leader, to ask people about what they're up to and connect with them, because that's how we're going to make it happen, is if we make those connections and we make these cross-pollinations happen. We can't do it alone, as I've said before. And I really honor all of you for coming. And I have a request, actually. I have some cards that I would love to hand out. They're from 4 Years Go. 4 Years Go is an amazing movement that is bringing as many people as possible to this new space of commitment and passion by saying, yes, I'm willing to be the change. I'm willing to be the hero I've been waiting for, because they ain't coming. It's up to me. You know? We are the ones we've been waiting for. So if you would be so generous as to fill out one of these cards with your name and your email address, I would love to stay connected with you. And also, I would be honored to enter your name into the 4YG commitment page if you're willing to say, yeah, I'm committed. Whatever it is, I'm committed to making it happen. Or just to give me your email address, because I would love to stay connected with you in any way possible. Get you enrolled. Let's build these numbers, because that's how it's going to happen. I want to invite you to take another breath and thank yourself. Thank yourself for doing whatever it took for you to get here tonight. Maybe you had to get a babysitter. Maybe you had to change your plans. Maybe you had to take BART and 2 buses or whatever it took for you to get here. Maybe you had to drive around for half an hour to find parking. I don't know. But thank yourself, because that is commitment. And that's what it's about. It's about making that commitment to yourself, to the people around you, and to the whole world. I really cannot stress enough how important you are. You matter. You make a difference to everyone in your life. And when you forget, I want you to promise me that you will reach out to someone in your life to remind you. We all need those reminders. Don't do it alone. We don't have to. We're not meant to. So if you're in that place like, man, I don't know, I'm not feeling myself today, pick up the phone, make a call. Can you please remind me that I matter? Can you please remind me why I'm here? Because that's, again, part of the shift. We don't have to be on, this pioneer path alone. So I thank you all so much for being here, and I invite you to stick around. We've got an incredible music event coming up and an amazing raffle. Jillian and Amber and Mark and Erin and Brian and all these other people that I've met are doing an incredible job tonight, and I cannot thank them enough for inviting me. I feel so blessed and honored to be here. Is there anything else you want me to say? Anything I missed? Awesome. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy.